Angry Guy here, and today we're discussing that this is what happens when women find out about passport bros. Before we begin, I want to remind you guys to like, share, and subscribe for more great Angry Guy content. Like, share, and subscribe for more great Angry Guy content. And also, check me out on patreon.com/angry guy if you want to get new episodes early and you want to also find exclusive videos and all these amazing things, and you want to support the channel in general. If you have a video request, you can submit your request using PayPal in the description of the video. Just check out the description and there's all the information you need if you want to submit a video request, like have me make a video about a specific topic. And also, if you want to show some love, there's my Cash App and my Venmo in the description. Anyway, guys, today we're discussing why this is what happens when women find out about passport bros. I have another video for you guys. I want you guys to check it out. I have to remember to link these people in the description of the video because I don't want problems with them. But it's pretty insane. And a lot of these women are actually going viral now for their reaction. So let's go ahead and play this video.
Okay, I got my snacks. I'm ready to see the show. Okay, I'm ready to see the show. I'm already ready and prepared, child. Okay, they done gave us the warning. I've already come up with names for it. Okay, so when they leave the country, we're gonna call it Passport Boys, the Exodus. That has a really nice ring to it. And then once they get out there, we're gonna call it Passport Boys, Love Without Borders. Okay, love, love in foreign or whatever the heck, but we're gonna come up with some really cool names. Okay.
My goodness, this woman is so salty. She is so salty. Shout out to Dating Right channel for posting this video, this compilation.
Oh, child. Passport bros, y'all can't catch a break, baby. I was on my way home tonight, and I heard them talking about you on 97.9. I don't know what they're saying, but I'm pretty sure
97.9, guys. Passport bros are on 97.9. All right, 97.9. Passport bros are going national at this point, international. But they are talking about them on the radio. Okay, Passport bros are taking off. I'm like, this is serious. It's no game. It's no game. You want a wife, you go overseas. You're not gonna find a wife in the United States. You want a messed up life? Go mess around over here, right? But you want your dollar to go further. You want to live a better life. You want to have a good wife. You're gonna go overseas.
they're making fun of y'all. And I look at my comment section of every nationality, ethnicity, and country that you name. All of them are saying that they don't want you. That's gotta be a hit to the ego. This is my unsolicited advice. If I was y'all, I would get off app for like 30 days, maybe 60 days when people forgot about it. I would go on a cleanse. I would exercise. I would get me a new barber. And when I came back, I would be fly as hell, have some passport stamps, and a fucking woman. Because that's the only way y'all can redeem yourself. At first, it was kind of like, haha, funny. Now it's just funny, sad. I hope it works out for y'all.
Salty as hell, throwing shade.
These women are really offended by the passport bros. This lady here is talking about she was coming home from work and heard some stuff on the radio station. I don't know what she's talking about. I just left Thailand. I'm going back over next month, and from what I can see over there, those guys are happy. The women love them. The guys I saw with foreign women, they didn't look stressed out. They looked genuinely happy.
Get it, brother.
The women that was with them looked happy. She was holding on to that man like he was a trophy. She was guiding him down the street like he was blind.
That's right.
I don't know what she's talking about. They're not interested. They love foreigners overseas. What they call them, foreigns. They love those guys overseas. So I think I don't know what radio station she tuned into, but she need to find a better source.
Right.
But once again, we got a post.
Auntie right here, salty as hell. Auntie's right here, salty as hell. Old auntie.
Swall woman here just wanted to get online and just say something about the passport bros, because she actually probably heard her girlfriends talking about it.
lonely
She
and
obviously
all.
don't know nothing about what's going on.
Hey, so look, I got a question for the passport bros. Why every time y'all be doing y'all videos, y'all got the same background?
What the hell? What the hell? Bro, these women are so messed up. Look at this girl with her weave and her receding hairline.
It don't be looking like the countries y'all be saying y'all be visiting. Can y'all answer me? Thanks.
This is what makes the situation funny. He thinks this is a flex. While we over here working full-time jobs, trying to get some help with the motherfucking bills, he gonna go over there, find him a woman who he thinks is nice and submissive, marry her, bring her back home. But here's the thing. When she come back, she bringing uncle, cousin, mama. They all living in the house. He gonna be working 2 full-time jobs, paying for everything. They gonna get their paper straight, working under the table, making cash, sending money back home, get their green card, and leave him in the dust.
This is where they're wrong. This is where they're wrong. You go overseas and get yourself a Filipina. Not every Filipina is a good person. I'm about to put it out there. But Filipino culture dictates that the family is the foundation for a woman. All right? So that's also her family. So being her mother, her father, her brothers, her siblings, those people are important to her. But the family that she creates, her husband and her children, are also important to her. This single motherhood bullshit is a disgrace in the Philippines. All right? People don't look favorably on single mothers in the Philippines. All right? They're there, but people don't look favorably on that shit. All right? Your family is your foundation. Okay? So when you over there and you've got these single mothers trying to find men, people are like, "Are you kidding me? Listen, auntie, you need to go sit down."
But he think this flex. This is what happens when people jump on trends and they have no real world awareness. Do you even know any people from other countries? Do you know people at all?
This is a bad attitude. This is a bad, terrible attitude. No one wants to date her.
No. You don't even know real black women because you think we all asking you to pay our bills. You probably don't even have a passport.
Oh, really?
Have a good day.
And the truth of the matter is, a man can go through life alone. A woman, she really can't. It's not something that she's want to be go.
See, guys, here's the situation. Men are born poor and die rich, and women are born rich and die poor. They get everything up front, but the older they get, the more their value, their sexual marketplace value decreases, and as their sexual marketplace value decreases, so does the wealth. The wealth begins to run out. All right, the pot begins to run dry, and that's when they want a simp to step in, a stable man to step in after they've had their fun with Chad and Tyrone, after they've traveled the world and seen all kinds of shit that they should never have been, that they really didn't work for, but they felt entitled to because there was some simps out there like, "Oh, you're pretty, you can come and get on my private jet. Oh my goodness, that means I'm worth it. I made this happen." You didn't make shit happen. You're only there because of your looks. And guess what? Now that you're getting older, guys want younger women, and they're gonna go and get younger women. The same exact guys that had you in those jets when you were in your 20s, now they're gonna replace you with 20-year-olds. All right, now that you're in your 30s. Okay, this is how it works. And when reality sets in for these women, they get frustrated, they get angry. They run, they were running around with Chad and Tyrone throughout their 20s, getting their hearts broken and loving that shit. And now in their 30s, they're like, "Oh, I want a stable man." 40s even, "I want a stable man, a man that's going to take care of me, a man that loves Jesus," and all this other bullshit. And so they could take them to the pastor and have the pastor have a conversation with them about responsibility. And these women didn't know a damn thing about responsibility for 10 to 20 years, and now they want to know responsibility. Get the fuck out of here.
Oriented, trying
You
to.
want a responsible man, a man that's going to hold down a job, a man that's going to help them and take care of them. In some cases, take care of them and their kids. And this man, and he has no say in their lives either. Oh, he needs to take them to school and be a real dad, be a step-up dad. But they're not his kids. And if she walks out on him, even if he falls in love with those kids, they are not his kids, and they are gone from his life forever. All right? Until maybe she kicks one of them out when they're 18, and they go looking for him. They're like, "How?" They're like, "Hey, Nick, Mom kicked me out. Could you help me out? And it's like, what? So now you got to take care of another man's kids after this woman done put you out and then put out her own kid. It's some bullshit. This is why you don't get involved with single mothers. That's another thing. You don't get involved with single mothers. Never ever. I don't give a shit how good she looks. I don't care how fucking bad she is. All right, she is bad for you. Do not mess around with single mothers. This is a lesson for y'all. Don't date single mothers. Some of y'all are like, listen, bro, I'm just trying to smash. Listen to me. She's gonna play games with you. All right. You think that you're gonna smash? You're not gonna smash. What she's gonna do? She's gonna try to drag you along. Like, all right, she has other dudes out there smashing. What she's doing is she's trying to lock you into a relationship. All right. She's trying to lock you into a relationship that then ultimately leads to marriage. So after she has you paying for shit, you're there basically living like a simp, and she's basically giving you a piece like it's a reward. When some other dude is out there getting it for free, fuck that shit. And whenever they want it,
to be alone. A lot of women, they want to find companionship when they're older. When they get in their latter years, they do want to be with a man. They do want to have that nice fallback guy. She has always had me.
Nice fallback guy is a stable guy. Nice fallback guy is a stable guy. All right. I'll tell you right now. Here's the truth. Women don't want women, black, white. They don't want these men when they're young. They don't want these men when they're younger. They're like, oh, you're corny. You're corny. He's so corny. All right. And then they're in their 30s and 40s, and now like they're searching for the corny guy. They're searching for the guy that's not running the streets. They're searching for the guy that can hold down a job. They're searching for the guy that's not violent towards women. All right. They're searching for the guy that doesn't have a criminal record. All right. They're searching for the guy that doesn't look like he's 15. They're searching for respectable men, stable men. They're searching for the guy that doesn't have a bunch of women circling him. Okay? Because those kinds of guys aren't going to stick with a woman. They're going to keep on exploring their choices. So suddenly they want a stable guy. They don't want a guy that a bunch of women are circling anymore. All right? They want a guy that is stable. He can hold a job. Okay? Don't get me wrong. They want a guy that other women desire, but they want a guy that women desire because he's stable. Okay? Not because he's a chatter or he's a Tyrone. All right? Because those guys can't hold down work. Those guys are not going to stick around. They're not going to share that money.
Being in the friend zone. When she get in her 40s or 50s, this is the man that she's going to pick to be with, because he's that she used to settle for. They are leaving the country, dating overseas.
Where are you from? You look Brazilian. From Brazil?
I am Brazilian.
You did?
Yes.
You know Ronaldo and Rivaldo and this, did?
Yes, I know Ronaldo. Oh, he's my family.
Good?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Just
Some advice for some of y'all. Listen, work on your Spanish. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Learn Spanish. Espanol. Study Spanish. I'm going to tell you the reason why. Spanish is a gateway language. If you learn, all right, most of the world speaks Spanish. Spanish is the second most language in the world. Most of the world speaks Spanish. The only language that people speak more of than Spanish is actually Mandarin. And that's only because there's because the Chinese population is so large. But if you think about it very carefully, that's just one country. That's just one country. So learning Mandarin is not a bad thing. Learning Mandarin is not a bad thing. My Mandarin is shit these days. But learning Mandarin is not a bad thing. But learning Spanish is much, much more beneficial. Much, much more beneficial. Okay? Because when you think about it, so many countries are Spanish-speaking countries. And even countries that are not Spanish-speaking countries, like, for example, Italy, even though Italians don't speak Spanish, the very fact that they're both they're like Latin-based, Latin-derived languages, and as a result, you can basically start to pick up the pieces. So you may not understand each other perfectly, but it makes it easier to learn the other language and even to communicate with people who speak the other language. All right. So I'm telling y'all, learn Spanish. it will open up so many doors for you, and it'll also change the way you look at the world and listen to music, and it's even communicate. There's certain things you can say in Spanish that you can't say in English. It's hard to explain it. Like you can, it's being able to express yourself in another way. It's an incredible tool to have. And sometimes when you're speaking to someone and they don't understand what you're saying, you can switch between, like if you're thinking of someone in English and they speak English and Spanish and they don't understand what you're saying in English, you can switch to Spanish. And if they don't, or if they're speaking Spanish and they don't understand what you're saying in Spanish, you can switch to English. And people who speak Spanish know what I'm talking about. You can say something. You can. It's like a way of clarifying yourself. So it's like claro. So it's like if it's not clear in one language, you can repeat it in another language, and they're like, oh, okay, entiendo. Understand. Anyway, guys, that's just a tip for you. Well, let me see. I mean, I think you guys get the gist of this video. I think you get what I'm saying. Whenever women hear about passport bros, they get salty, they get furious. And I'm telling y'all, eventually it's going to come to the point where they're going to start saying that they need to put a wife tax. They need to start taxing these men that are going overseas. If you go overseas and you marry a woman overseas, there needs to be a tax assessed on these men, because they're taking their wealth and resources out of the United States, and they're not going to use those words. They're going to call it something else, but in reality, it's a wife tax. They're going to, if you marry a foreign woman, we're going to tax you for it. If you go live overseas, we're going to tax you for it. If you're taking money out of the United States, we're going to tax you for it, because that's the money that should be going in the pockets of women. I'm being honest with you. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this. If you agree that this is what happens when women find out about passport bros. I'm really enjoying covering this series, talking about passport bros. I can see that this is it's a large part of the MWA, men walking away movement. I'm going to talk more about MWA versus MGTOW in another video, because I think a lot of people really need to understand why MWA is so much better than MGTOW. MGTOW is a male supremacist. It's a male separatist movement, and it's become a male supremacist movement as well. And I was the angry MGTOW for a long time, and I just couldn't put up with that shit anymore because they lost their way. And I'm going to talk more about that in another video. But what do you think about this, about the passport bro movement? What do you think about how women are responding when they find out, what passport bros are, what they're doing, and seeing how they're living their lives and going and finding wives, happiness in other places? Anyway, that's all I have for you right now. If you support what I'm doing here on YouTube, if you like these videos, you want me to continue making more of these videos, please go and support me on Patreon, patreon.com/angryguy. You can find early access to videos over there. So if you want to get these videos early, ad-free, Go support me on Patreon. We've got a tier for you. If you want to find bonus videos that contain stuff that I cannot say on YouTube, like really, I can't put these videos on YouTube basically, go and check them out there, because I can say more on my Patreon. It's private, and I can really express myself and tell you what I'm feeling. I'm going to be setting up a Rumble for you guys. It's just so much additional work, and over there I'll be able to also put more content where I can say what the hell I want to say. But that's additional work, and you guys are gonna have to support the hell out of me for Rumble. I'm being so honest, because that's where I'm gonna be just cursing up a storm. There's gonna be that's where you're gonna find a lot of F-bombs. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna really go wild over there. But you guys are gonna have to support me, really support me, if I'm gonna be on Rumble. Because it's not as large of a platform. It's a lot of work literally creating content for this platform, and then creating content separately for Rumble. But that's again, that's up to you guys. If you want to support the channel, you can also find links in the description of the video, Cash App, Venmo. If you have a video request and there's a topic you want me to cover, you can find the information in the description of the video of how to go about submitting your topic request, along with a contribution. And all that information is in the description of the video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.